one of the most important things you can set with your clients is some expectations. And it's a really important skill for all of us because when it comes to helping clients set realistic goals, our clients' viewpoints of what are realistic and achievable have been influenced by social media, advertisements, and AI, plus the amount of influencers who are using performance enhancing drugs, which really skew people's expectations of what's real. So, our job is to set clear, achievable expectations and communicate the fact that results take time. There are no quick fixes. So what this does, even though it may give a slight bit of client disappointment in the beginning, it does resolve long-term disappointment and ensures long-term commitment. So here's a couple of expectations for fat loss. Straightforward process a lot of the time, but there's a lot of unrealistic expectations there. Gradual and should be approached with patience because of all the reasons we discussed before. So a safe, sustainable rate of fat loss is 1% of body weight per week. It's individualized because it's based on the body weight. So if someone is 60 kilos, it's 0.6 of a kilo or 600 grams. If someone's a kilo, it's 1 kilo. 100 kilos, sorry, it's 1 kilo. The only difference maybe if someone is certainly lean to begin with, they should go a little bit slower in that case because if someone has less body fat to lose, it is a harder process for that person, which is totally fine. And most people kind of understand that. But when they're lean, the flip side is losing 300 grams of body fat in someone who's very lean makes significant physique changes versus someone losing 300 grams who's like 30 kilos overweight. So even though it's a slow rate of progress, they get better visuals. Now, muscle gain expectations, very slow, metabolically expensive, and clients should gain 1% of body weight per month. So 0.8 per kilo per month if they're 80 kilos. And this basically ensures that the gain is muscle and not fat. Now, some of the things affecting it will be training experience, genetics, nutrition, recovery, and beginners will advance quicker. But generally, this will be used to discourage clients from getting on bulking plans and gaining a ton of weight really, really quickly, which is never helpful. Now, with strength gain expectations, strength goes faster than muscle mass because strength is purely because of, not purely, but is a combination of neural factors and also muscle physiology factors. So when we're looking at training, we can actually see significant increases in strength really, really quickly. But what happens is they drop off after a period of time, and the strength gains can outweigh the actual physique gains in that. So some of the key factors are neurological, muscle mass, and consistent progressive overload. The more consistent generally someone is. So what I generally tend to do for my expectations for people is let them know that 1% of body weight is perfect at the beginning. 1% of body weight gain per month is ideal for muscle gain, and strength gain is going to be highly individual. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can kind of work around this and do that. The first one is to communicate this from day one. If the client can understand how long these processes take and just say that this is a norm, they may be faster or slower. The more things they get right, the faster it is. So that's kind of like an expectation I use because if we use things like mini cuts strategically and stuff like that, we can get faster than 1% per week. And I do it all the time with the clients to get buy-in at the beginning and then slow their rates down to reasonable when they understand it all. Then consistency is more important because the consistency of effort is better than the speed of process. Then we have non-scale victories. We need to start celebrating all them so we understand how multifaceted this is and avoid social media comparisons. And that is going to be very important stuff for making sure your clients have realistic expectations moving forward.